What up, world? This your girl Sade with Sade Speaks, and I'm back at it with another episode. I hope you guys had a lovely Monday. I hope my beautiful ladies had a lovely Mother's Day. I definitely enjoyed my Mother's Day. um, I just came by real quick, y'all, to tap into the subject. I'm a failure. Last week, I had testing, and one of my students came to me and said, "Miss Reed, I feel like a failure." And I asked her why. And she said, "Because the score that I got on my test, I am not pleased. I feel like I'm much more intelligent than what their score says." And I can truly resonate with how she felt because that's how I felt when I felt my teacher's test. I felt it not once, not twice, but three times. I felt really dumb. I felt like maybe teaching is not for me. And I've always been a smart kid at school, smart person at school, even as an adult. Like, I like to learn. I love learning, actually. Um, and any type of knowledge that's put in front of me, I want to soak it up. I love knowledge. But I really felt dumb. And I felt dumb because I missed the point. I missed the test by 2 points the first time, 3 points. Like, we're talking about petty little points. And I'm just trying to figure out, what did I do wrong? So I can definitely resonate with how she felt. But I definitely had to pour into my baby and let her know that she was not a failure because she didn't get the score that she wanted. I know in life sometimes, when we do things that we're not really proud of, or we are faced with disappointments, or maybe we didn't get the outcome that we thought we should have gotten, it'll put us in the mindset of I'm a failure, right? It's a couple of people in the Bible I could think about. Peter. Peter denied Christ 3 times. This is the person that he rocked with, he walked with, like he knew who he was. And out of fear, you know, he denied him. Imagine how he felt. Like, Christ told him he was going to do it. And he did it. And and when it happened, it's like he remembered what Christ told him, and he wept. Like, he just felt like, oh, like, how could I do this? Like, I've been with this man for the longest. I've been walking with him. I've been studying with him. I've been eating with him. Like, this is my road dog. And I just denied him. Imagine how he felt. However, Peter didn't give up. He didn't stop following Christ. He didn't stop walking with him. As a matter of fact, he was the one that established the church. That's who God chose to give the first sermon. You know, we're going to have disappointments in life. We're going to mess up. We're going to have outcomes that are not favorable, but we don't have to give up. We keep going, because when you give up, in my opinion, that's real failure. If I gave up, if I would have given up on myself and not went back and took that teacher test, I would not be a teacher today, and I would not be impacting kids' lives. I didn't need a test to tell me that I was a good teacher. God already had told me that. He put the gift in me. I've been playing school since I was a little girl. My mama gonna tell you. In my room, my baby dolls were my students. That's just something I knew I wanted to be from a young kid. Only God can put that in me. So I know that it was destined for me to be a teacher. I know that I impact my students daily, because not only did I teach them academics, I give them life lessons. We talk about things that I'm sure other people would be afraid to talk about in the classroom. I just say that to say, had I not went back and taken the test again, I would have felt myself and my community. You know, it's like, when you just walk away from stuff and not go at it again, you're failing yourself. You're not giving yourself a chance to show that you got it, that you can do it. Because in order for us to be successful, we're going to have to fail. No one gets it right the first time. No one. If they say they do, they're not being honest. It is nothing in life that we're going to do that we're going to get right every time the first time. We're going to have some disappointments. We are going to fail. Some relationships may not work out. Some jobs may not work out. Some tests we may fail. But the point is to keep going. If Peter wouldn't have gave up, who would have preached the first sermon? Look at David. He had plenty of disappointments in his life, especially when he killed Bathsheba's husband. Like, imagine how he felt when Nathan came to him and let him know what he did was wrong. He could have just easily said, you know what, I'm not gonna serve God anymore, forget this. No, he didn't. He he cried, asked God to forgive him, picked himself back up, and he continued to serve. He didn't give up. He kept going, and everybody, even people who don't even follow God, know who King David is. So I just say, I like to say, when you feel like you have failed, or when things are not favorable, or you don't get the outcomes that you were looking for, you don't have to give up. That does not mean that you are a failure. Things like that happen for us to learn from them. That's how we get our wisdom. We learn from our mistakes. We learn from the disappointments, because in everything we do in life has a lesson. Everything has a lesson. It's up to you to ask God to show you what that lesson is. And it's up to you to be willing to learn from it so you won't make the same mistake. So then you can be successful. So I told my baby girl, listen, all you have to do is learn from this situation. What could you have done better? Maybe I could have took my time. Maybe I could have studied a little harder. However the case may be, you're going to get another chance to take another test, and you will pass it, because you're going to remember how you felt when you didn't pass this one. Pick yourself back up and keep going. Don't give up on yourself. Continue to keep going, because that's where success comes from. Everybody that's successful today, everybody who follow God in that Bible, who he uses as an example to show us what to do and what not to do, they all fail, right? At some point in their life, they all, when I say fail, I mean fell short, but they didn't give up. They kept going. Giving up and saying, I'm done with it completely, that's failure, because you're giving up on yourself. You're not giving yourself a chance to redeem yourself and to learn from the situation and go back at it again. Nothing in life is going to be easy. God ain't promised you that. He didn't promise you easy. In order to see some joy, you got to go through some pain. That's the name of the game, y'all. I think Aaliyah said it best. Dust yourself off and try again. Continue to try. I hope this bless you guys. Remember, we are not failures when we fall short. The real failure is the person who gives up on themselves. Keep going. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching me. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for continuing to encourage me when you see me. I know that normally I post like on a Saturday or a Sunday, but lately I'm trying not to be so predictable and just do random days. Even though last Monday I posted, and I posted again this Monday. It's all right though. But I thank y'all for following me. I hope you guys have a lovely evening, and I am out.